gentlemen. Of course, we have another dilemmas and the same areas and then the same criteria. Of course, we have thoroughly go into this and into producing this and a contract way of systems for these in fact for these culprit ships which originated because my investigations and then my gathering, of course, has also been conditioned portionally the Madi, and then I'm also as a participant of the youth, and then of course on which we have to strengthen this see the weaknesses of of the gender systems in that regards area. If if the case is the use gender management went down, or if the use of course gender areas of weaknesses grow more late, and then they're going from this area, then they're going again to that end, and then again to there, then they're losing, of course, if their time point is not a wealth. So what resolutions and what amendments we can produce, of course, alongside down there. So we went and then we produce additional minutes, and then on those minutes, of course, we said, yeah, if this guy is addition is source, and then I want to comply with the Equatorian, and then I want to comply with the Sudan, which is the Khartoum Sudan, and the copyright systems. Of course, we can say that we are youth, because we are meant to live, and then of course we will live long. If we mean tradition, your number, if as tradition, this is the procedures of the local, this is the procedures of the non-educated departments. Since for you, you're educated, yeah, you come with your computer, you mark the areas, and then we are brought whatever one person in my home or isolate myself, but still I will know that you are there. You are in Sudan, of course. You are doing particularly different divisions of getting known that you are a star. You uprise, and then you want to become a star, and then you upright. You want to be different portional different a leader, and then the future leaders. But that leadership for Khartoum is too minimal, is too devil, and is too genocide. So that's why the Khartoum people turn your head, face for me Uganda, and then that's why we are there, because we are Mali. And then of course if it comes to that, we will say there I'm here. That's why we call you alongside the border, and then you do your marking like the Equatorial people come with us. They come as addition Numer as the former president policy, as they come as Onoma, the former president policies, because they say, yeah, this is Numer, this is Onoma, and then those people, of course, and then they all coordinate. Yeah, they said their presidency is alongside the Equatorian Filmations. They want to film Equatorians, and then their leadership all end not solve this thing, but they served as the presidents, and then their leadership, some of the leaderships there, of course, if the one that come up to Vision, up to Numule, and then they staying there in Numule, could be end with their vehicle, private vehicles. If they have a family cars, maybe the engine is not even boosting. Up to now, the car is not efficient on the road. The car doesn't even run, because the guy is very old, and then will work and then get exhausted, and the president's shoulder order went out of hands, no longer available. If they were given the award of vehicle transportation, those transportation even no longer there. You know, you fall on the wrong side altogether. If you fall alongside in this area which we mark for the normal people, they will say, yeah, what about your weapon? the weapon you brought down there, who will be the one in charge? If you said here, for them, they already make their decision. They say they are Sudanese 100%. That's why they are in Uganda with their family members in Uganda. Because the families live in Sudan, we don't want them. And they want to be part of them, but they don't want to be portionally in the forced way, which because they come here, they are the first people of the Onoma people, they are the second people of the Numer people, and then the Oro and Oro, and then they took, of course, this land, they make it a priorities. Their churches were built, of course. If you come there, you find a church. If you find a church is there boosting, and then how is those church boosting? Why you cannot open a church, and then why you cannot open the different resolution there for yourself? So if this is the criteria you are known, yeah, you want to be portional addition Equatorial, yeah, and then we said, yeah, this is a source Equatorial Sudan, and then coordinate. If you coordinate, good. If you want a country in another country, a country for another country, and then there's not going to be the possibilities, of course, on regards of this on regards of these kind of orders, because if it become a force there, whatever you say now, you make that map fall like this. That is a minister, you're a minister, and then we will hope is this one, let your ministry die. Your ministry will die, and then the copyright policy which we amend there, of course, will proceed longer, will live longer. Okay, so on overview, of course, we see clearly there, and then if we read these minutes, then you can listen, or you can also tune on the bottom side of the areas. Attach these minutes there. You can also read them thoroughly by yourself. If the reading is very complicated, then you cannot get the spelling right. And then English is English. I'm not a good teacher, but you also not a good teacher. Every individual English speaker is not a good teacher there. So shows Equatorial Sudan, gender advantages and disadvantages, women and men, that's the students, educated and non-educated, of course, boxers and peacekeepers. We are at right sport for all trades. Our weakness is added a new show to adjust a new test of our ordinary source in now as a mission source Equatorial Sudanese. Of course, for which these three good brothers of Sudan, one nation as reformed and excellency, with their excellency, which is the source, which is Equatorial and Sudan. There are three, of course, there, of course, but on only conditions of Bari and Madi ritual act of edition 1821 in Marion, Kerepi never added edition weapon as a negotiator in the forum to do with you added edition the business as added employment as but not addition totally addition a country on another countries. Remind me of Sudan 1821 to 2021 extension future 9,999 to 01 for again 9,999. The copyright policy must seal of our territories Uganda, whatever means of addition government job without our helps you cannot do unless you agree source 50 and Equatorial 50, of course, in the weight of addition draft Sudan that due its genocide trials and Probino should also be tried here in the documentary line South Sudan excited upon, so or recite upon. Okay, so before South Sudan recite there, Equatorial recite there, and then Sudan recite there normally also, you know that, and then Darfur may come and they recite there because they also run the genocide. How many people they are murdering and how many people they do massacre down there. So the number goes like the SPL's cases. So you will be fired, like you fired the Equatorians, then they're gonna come and recite that you are not a country, they are not yet a country. So don't be excited, and then resolute, and then your source Equatorian edition Sudanese, and then your aim is to back up this data, and then if transform this one full, come with another ideologies, and then mess it, then we'll never mess it. We'll keep the copyright of Sudan as mandatorily to be. Otherwise, we also urge the weaknesses of this one, the weaknesses to ensure it appealed in love samples of Sudan for one brotherhood, source Equatorian Sudan, and then we together the use of Equatorian Sudanese on your behalf to ensure that we are on the side of the righteous and the copyright policy of Sudan. To date, your ministry resolute as your path of achievement mission accomplished, of course. Now you are source Equatorian Sudan for Khartoum, Sudan, the government. The invitation of Islam, Christianity in this due source Equatorian Sudan border in the purpose of this one, of relating this one East African business, that is 50-50 agree on this, of course. There you have to sign, and then you have to agree upon, of course. That is agreed upon. And then the gun down zone. You know, you are in the gun down zone. If you whatever you say your name fall on Ethiopia, fall on Kenya, fall on Uganda, fall on DRC, fall on the Central African Republics, and then you are threatening also Darfur there, and then it's threatening this one as if that is Khartoum or the other airline of Sudan there. You say you are doing so, that is not going to be that one. We know that one is a nonsense, and that is just Sudan. And then therefore gun down zone. This is gun down zone, and is here charges or no charges? We ask for you, bury your guns, and then time to give, of course, your life to God or Jesus. The men killed, of course, genocided, forgiven to you, but you opened your defense at the wrong spot, which where no need for this one, for you to operate war or war over. Shall you interest your war? Shall you interest no our Sudan border policy, of course? With us war over, and then this line cannot produce weapon seeds, of course, bullet over. We have more poverty without addition Sudan unless we insert our Sudan power in politics. Hence, we have more bulletproof economy and the resources to loiter at the border. If that is the issue and that for this and that, if we mean to loiter at the border, we mean this and that. The terminal, the visitors they're using to enter, to transport the goods, to import the goods, to export the goods. There's the inspection of the goods, the transportation of the goods. That is the loitering of that border. Otherwise, nothing of that nature may resist down there. So therefore, mark that, and then for that resolution, of course. So if you want proof, of course, Sudan People Liberation Army or movement, and then the SPLA Sudan rebel, bullet for our war, gun. Shall there be this in the future of emergency in this source Equatorian Sudan border of Sudan to other? Of course, new children added, grandchildren added for normal Sudan at its east and west Equatorial states for Juba, Sudan, and then this is of course a central. Of course, this is a general new command name, source Equatorian Sudan. Of course, in both the east and west request, we were well known for our small, of course, walkable travel across minor settlements with the relatives. Shall you be part of these 2021 to 9,999 to 0101 to 01, and then that to 9,999, and then I agree with us that that, and we will stand as one, as vision source Equatorian Sudanese in the Sudan plan, of course, to counter around our African nations with the few mentioned here in, of course, we have Uganda, we have Kenya, we have Democratic Republic of the Congo. If you agree here in, of course, that is Zaire reformed and renew His Excellency as a source Equatorian Sudan, of course, Central African Republics, Chad, Libya, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Eritrea, Ethiopia, and then that is the Sudan Border Authority, normally Sudan, of course, Libya, Uganda, since 1800 AD BC, quoted that the past and the most present situation in Sudan, Uganda, of course. We know this border is the policy of vision of Uganda and Sudan. So as we are saying, if I stop whatever I talk more, but if I go to Kenya side, I go because this is a different, we have to trace, you are popular also there in Kenya. We go to Central, you are popular there in Central. We go to Zaire, you are popular in Zaire. And then we come to Uganda, you are still popular there. But I'm still talking on the borderline of this in Uganda, which we ran to the scan on today. We see there, of course, the terminal area also, you are the one working there. You say, you claim here, the guy who enter there, enter your territory, enter your business building, not our business building. So shall that be your prophecy? Shall this be also this one encouragement for you to join the encouragements of this one of the Equatorians, how they end. And at the end they said here, for sure I need every individual helps. Of course, nobody worked for them. The guy become poor because the other guy suffered for 7 days without salt. They did not eat the food properly, and then the guy said, I'm very rich, and then how do I spend? So you're gonna be sending the child up to Yambio to borrow a salt from Numale. If we said now you come and live in Numale, that is not gonna work. You cannot walk the child up to Yambio and bring a salt. Whatever you bring in juju, you cannot do that. That is, as we said here, this is Maribari, ritualisms. You cannot do much. What will you do there? That's why this guy, the one which they're saying Equatorian, he is not very poor, but he is also very talented. They own their talent. And then that's why their weave or their womanization level to know that they are well known for purpose and for certain things that they're utilizing on daily basis, on daily occasions. Because if there is nothing of that nature, and then of course nothing of that nature they may be proud of. If it comes to sport, of course they represent. This is the gender. We say so. Sport, they do sports. Of course, culture, they do sculptures. Beating the drum, they are good at beating the drum. Your people also jumping with the sticks, But this is the spotlight is not our game. If it comes to that spotlight need this one, the power of this one Sudan. And they need the politics of Sudan. Without Sudan, if you become now like us, we give up. And then we feel we are broad, and then you are over that with the fool. The fool will be the one coming there with another technology which you use over us. How was the Equatorian? That is their preaching level also. If you go to Equatoria, you will find there are a lot of priests who are speaking more than me. I'm not a speaker. Whatever, if you want, they will tag me at the moment first away. The guy, if come here, I will be sent away at that moment, and then they will be the one talking. They will speak here for you, but because they know the situation more than I do myself. If it come to this one, to the respect, But this is edition because I observed your video. Your video is very stupid. That's why those guys, they don't know. They have no time to watch your video there, which you are publishing here. I'm going a country. Now I'm a comedian in Juba. That's why your comedy is that is your office there. You say your office is South Sudan. That's why everything is going like that and going like that. That's when till some people went and quit and give up over the other area. That's why if you're still resistant there, of course, that's why those priests, they cannot do much. And then we have teachers, they cannot do much. We have offices, they cannot do much. We have a court, we have UN, we have LWF, we have CRS, we have DOT, we have which one, There are people there. If Madi, if Barry, if which one, if actually, if which one, they're all there. So which one is which? You are Dinka, you are there. You have to priest. So if it comes to this one that Muslims order, yes, we have Muslim mosques. These people normally go to mosques. They're blacks. They're which one they go? They all there to the mosques. And then I don't know is this one if the situation of that area you can concretely agree by yourself. That's to find. You agree, you comply, you go South Equatorial Sudan. Every individual there comply, and then they go, they register you eat your money at home, and then rely upon Sudan. And then if you want to give up with the politics, give up. If you cannot give up with the politics, go back to school. You are not educated enough. That's what they say to the Equatorian guy. The Equatorian guy is where he at the end they said, yeah, I want Kenya. Yeah, go to Kenya. Equatorial guy will say, I'm in the West, I want Kenya, go to Kenya. And then who is the politics? Nobody is the politics. Everything you started wherever it comes to politics, it ends wherever the politics goes normally. But if it comes to these orders, I'm not even the politics. My aim there is not even the politics. I'm also a business. I do my business. My business name is this one here. But I squeeze to your politics because if now the guy come here, the guy will say what other roles I cannot play. I'm a priest, I play a role for you. Won't I help you a lot? Help for me this airline. And then that's why the guy come and I help the guy. And then I help the other office, I help this one, I help that youth because they want to be personal part of the youth, and then for that mandatory orders. So that they can take it to another level and then manufacture it to another level, to utilize it to another level, to ensure to go to another levels, and then to ensure they are all beneficial to another levels. Otherwise, mandatorily, their things are too difficult if it comes to this one, to that particular border. Normally, salt is a problem. You can lack that. You will find Equatorial people have over million weapons. Small weapons, big weapons. They have even grenades and which one you name it. Even myself, maybe I go back there, I carry grenade, I carry weapons, I carry which one as a child, I can carry. And then all the footwear, all useless, they bury them all away. If you want, that's why we said go bury your own away. So go to church, and then utilize church. Why? Because Equatorial says what? I'm east and west Equatorial. That is for Sudan. They mean that Sudan. If they put it on the map, because I don't know, I'm not too educated. I got educated maybe because of your nonsense which you put there to crack every uneducated and educated. Let them watch you. I'm now boosting my business. What kind of a business? Boosting a business gonna mess the copyright policy of Sudan. That's not a missing. This is not doing the business. But if it comes to that, that is you are helping yourself. You don't wanna go hungry, and then so that the world at least will recognize 50% for you, and then that's why we say the 50% for you, and then give 50% for the Equatorial people. Let them eat wherever they reside. If you become totally 100% happy, and then these people will go back, they will go back South Equatorial Sudan, and then you live there. If there is a Gotom who chase you, and then this Cryo and this Rabino, which I meant there, is all over. It's like like your gun is all over. You come to the right spot. We say you are in Equatorial States. If you are there, east and west, you are that. Your gun, you're gonna bury them. And then otherwise, that is like a city where who's gonna give you a seat? If the guy is there, a human beings want a salt, they're gonna transport only the salt from Kampala. They are not gonna transport for you even the addition. The so-called the bullets or the gun seats. Okay, so that is very important thing is this one. If it come to that, they will not even carry for you bread. I don't know. So that is the mandatory thing. So because Numule, if I'm speaking here in Numule, and then Numule is well known for vision for transportation with the Kampala. Only they buy goods from Kampala. They are going very far away from there. They have to drive with their truck, carry even the passenger in the truck, in the back of the truck. That's why they have to carry every individual there with their mental ideologies. If that is mandatory there up to now, those buses even they put there, people don't go with it very much. If they do go with it, and then we don't know how because how they expect is the carrying of those goods is really happening there. So that's the situation. If we talk of BBA is a business area where those guys they normally sell they schedule their market, because this border here is SPLA and the South Sudan war. They are genocide, right? So that every individual they're fearing who's gonna move the business there and boost them 24/7. That's why those guys they will go, they schedule the market. Tuesday come sell, Thursday come sell, Saturday come sell, and then go wherever you come from. If you come from Gulu, go back to Gulu. You come from Ajuman, go back to Ajuman. If you want the option, they say option one times a month. Then you go there, you sell. Then that is the priorities. Otherwise, who else will do that? If you can't, and then that's your situation. If you come there, you are in the right spot. If you want to put your guns all over, down, and then don't weapon around there. So if you are weaponing, of course, if you found the price is going up, the business guy, which is carrying for you then the salt over normally, you don't want the guy to exist as a young child, and then you don't want because they're after this one monogamy and polygamy. So you stop the polygamy and monogamy, and then that's maybe the situation you cause for them to exercise in their business, of course. So shall those be the problems, and then I really have no idea. How is your gender systems and how is your interactions over those areas? I really have no ideas. But that is overview from far away observations and just addition trials, which I'm just documenting to reply on behalf of addition of the Mali entirely in Numule. If that is Numule, which you mean source. If that is west for Yambio, and then that is east for Kenya area, which is this one, Tori, or you name it, this one, Capoeira, and then of course that is Capoeira, then that is Yambio, Yei, and then this is Numule, which is the source, and then I don't know what you really mean to them there, of course. That is of course due Sudan.